and get started. First, I want to welcome everybody who has joined in, and I'll monitor those who still sort of end up in our waiting room to add them as they join. But first, want to say just appreciation for you guys for taking the time out to talk about this topic. I know it's one that's been on minds of residents of the Ney area, Eastmont Hills area for a while, how we can sort of make our streets safer, and not just Ney, but just in general, both from a traffic safety perspective and a personal safety perspective. For those who don't know me, I haven't had a chance to meet yet. My name is Loren Taylor. I am your District 6 City Council member, and I get the privilege of representing you in City Hall and working closely with the City of Oakland team to help bring real solutions to the challenges and opportunities that we face within East Oakland, within District 6. One of those that has been a topic for a while has been Ney, activity on Ney, and just in general in the area. I know that we've got a number of folks on the line here who've been working hand in hand with our NCPC, our Neighborhood Crime Prevention Council, our Neighborhood Services Coordinator, others for the area to address specific as well as general sort of problems, challenges, and opportunities that we face. Today, we are here specifically to talk about some proposed improvements or solutions to addressing the challenges that we've heard for so long around Ney. And I do want to just acknowledge that what we're talking about, I guess I'll start with saying we've been addressing the way of addressing both the crime that has been in the area as well as traffic safety and challenges. It's, I would say, twofold. It's sort of this continuum of enforcement on one end and design and managing sort of the environment on the other hand, in terms of how to support the prevention side. And so we are fortunate to have folks within the city that are focused across the entire continuum. I know those at the NCPC meetings work closely with our Oakland Police Department, and I think we do have some representatives of OPD who are on the line. But today's focus is around some of the preventive measures, solutions that can be applied to the challenges that we see on Ney and in the area. And so with that, I'm grateful to have both our Department of Transportation that focuses on designing the transportation infrastructure, and also our Department of Violence Prevention, who is focused on partnering with both OPD as well as other city departments to implement measures that help to prevent the violence that we see. And so with that sort of background and context, I would like to first sort of turn it over to Ryan Russo, who leads our Department of Transportation and has been really leveraging his team and working with his team to come up with some solutions to the challenges that they've been hearing, that we've been hearing over years. And so with that, Ryan, I want to turn it over to you and your team to share a little bit about what you've heard, what the responses are, some potential solutions that you guys are implementing. So Ryan, take it away.
Great. Thank you, Council Member, and thanks for bringing us together and for your leadership and really championing your constituents' concerns. It's been great partnering with you and hearing those concerns frequently. I'm Ryan Russo. I'm the Director of the City of Oakland's Department of Transportation. We have a number of our team members here. You're going to hear from them, but the main goal for us is to have a dialogue with community residents. And so I'm going to be quite brief, but basically to set a big picture, our job, per the council members' remarks, is to design and operate your property the public right-of-way, which is all of the city of Oakland's, in a way that encourages Oaklanders to make good choices that keep us all safe, that serve our values of equity, quality of life, safety, sustainability. And so we do lots of things. We install traffic signals, we put up stop signs, we build speed bumps, we pave the streets, we repair sidewalks, we stripe crosswalks. But during COVID-19, we've also developed a program, as you know, the Oakland Slow Streets program. And so we're now up to over 20 miles that have soft closure treatments. You'll hear more about them. And we wanted to, we know that the Ney Avenue folks have raised their hands to be a part of this program, but we wanted to have a dialogue, get to know your specific issues, and make sure that whatever we do in this part of town, that we do it as thoughtfully and which as much local wisdom as possible. The people who live on a street are the ones who see it every day. They understand the rhythms and the timing of daily life. And we do our best work when we combine kind of our professional sort of broad perspective with the local wisdom of residents. So with that, I'm gonna pass it on to our division manager for Safe Streets, Megan Weir, who's gonna, with the team, walk you through kind of the updates on Ney Avenue and help sort of set the stage of this conversation.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, Councilmember Taylor and Ryan. We're really excited to be here tonight. Thank you again for convening. I know that Ney has, concerns regarding traffic and safety have been a longstanding concern for residents. So tonight we want to talk both about a forthcoming study that our Safe Streets team will be leading in partnership with consultants and community stakeholders on Ney, and then also talk more about Ney and its potential as a slow street. To talk about the forthcoming study that will be kicking off in June, I wanted to introduce Lucas Woodward on our Safe Streets division team, who's going to be the project manager, who's going to give an overview of that study. Lucas?
All right. Can everyone hear me? All right, great. I shouldn't have asked everyone, but the nods were very helpful. I'm going to try to share my screen, so just give me a minute so I can get that up. And then I will be off and running. Let's see.
I just enabled you to share screen, so it should work.
All right. All right. Is everyone seeing the street? All right, great, wonderful. So yes, thank you, Megan, for the introduction. And as she mentioned, I will be managing this project. I'm also relatively new to OakDOT, but not new to the field. I've worked on a number of similar projects in other places. But just to give us get us started. All right. So really, we're seeing this as a collaborative partnership between your neighborhood, the council office, Oakland DOT, and we also are bringing a consultant on board. We are putting through the final paperwork right now to bring them on board, and they will be helping to facilitate future meetings. And they are actually experts with this, Zoom presentations and things like that. So I have full confidence in their abilities to adapt to whatever situations we find ourselves in as we do outreach. That's also planning and design. They have worked in Oakland for quite a while, most recently on the bike plan, but also a number of other efforts in East Oakland. So just to elaborate a little bit on the partnership aspect, we have identified some key stakeholders here. That includes the elementary school, the city council district office, the police and fire departments, but we also understand that there are going to be people in your neighborhood that maybe aren't in this meeting today and maybe aren't on this list, and we'd really like to hear from them as well. So we're open to more suggestions for key stakeholders as well. So as we move on to the actual study, wanted to show the general area that we're looking at here. We understand that there can be that streets are all interrelated. So Ney Avenue is the focus of this effort, but we understand that there's parallel streets, Outlook, Hillmont, and of course MacArthur that will be impacted by whatever comes out of the study. And so this is how we're defining the study area right now. And again, that is fairly flexible, but that's just between 73rd and 82nd Avenue, which is an area that I'm sure you all know far better than me, but I'm looking forward to getting more acquainted with it in the next few months. So our scope right now it includes some data collection, ADT meaning average daily traffic, traffic volumes, number of cars driving on the street, and speed. And we also intend to look over the collision and service request history. We want to present to the NCPC 3 times. This doesn't actually count as one of those meetings, but that will be coming up at the next one, hopefully. And then we'll be developing recommendations with a consultant that are really responsive and driven by the community, which will ultimately culminate in draft and final plans. So some of the concerns, we know this isn't all of them, and we look forward to hearing more, include speeding. We also include the fact that there are speed humps on the street now, but they don't necessarily always slow down traffic as much as we like. We've also heard concerns about other traffic violations and of course cut-through traffic, which, you know, right now we know people might come down 73rd, you know, say, oh no, I don't want to get on MacArthur just yet, so maybe they cut on to Ney. And so we know there's these, and we also know that there are many issues of personal safety that aren't necessarily directly related to traffic. And I think that